Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a run with McCaffrey, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 15 now. Bridgewater. He'll air this one deep for Anderson. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 33 and a first.
But when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level. That offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
And making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there.
Back at the 40-yard line.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore.
Bridgewater's pass
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
So one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Good bounce-back drive right there. Through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
And Hill will opt for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Going for Boykin, but it is intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Intercepted. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 19 yards there on the pickup. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal for Bridgewater. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Patrick Queen coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. Joey Sly on now for the Panthers.
A 27-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And some room to run now.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. That catch good for only a couple.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
2-yard pickup brings up third.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Bridgewater to throw it. And that is incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Fourth down, they're going. Bridgewater. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard fourth down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And we'll take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers add on to their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. And each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. And his throw here is incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Third down.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now on 2nd and 13. Bridgewater, and that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's 3rd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
A 27-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
The Ravens take
and not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
for Carolina.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Taken in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And the third quarter starts with a run by Ingram. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Ingram, the ball carrier.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got Snead. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. From the gun, Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, 27 yards. And the Ravens cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Halfway of the ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Flushed out right. Incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
He was brought down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Open man is Anderson. Touchdown, Carolina! Robbie Anderson, 44 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing is Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a 1st down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And this one's incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cornelder. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here first and 10 at the 34. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's good for 28 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. This is caught at the 8. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Well, they are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's fourth down.
Fourth and goal.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over first and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another first and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
It's over. It's over. Let's dominate.
For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Queen on the tackle.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Carolina! Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers offense cashes in with 6. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. takes this about 5 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that.
It got his man complete. Past the 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 81 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if you're